Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
The rumor mill is no longer humming quietly in the background. It's roaring like a jet engine, and the Toronto Blue Jays are right at the center of it. Just weeks before spring training opens its doors, trade whispers are turning into conversations, conversations into outlines, and outlines into ideas that feel dangerous enough to be real. This is what happens when an offseason refuses to end politely. Despite missing out on Kyle Tucker and the Bo Bichette reunion, the Blue Jays are still moving, still probing, and still very much alive in a market that punishes hesitation. What makes this moment so compelling is timing. February is creeping closer, tickets are on sale, gloves are being dusted off, yet Ross Atkins has never been a man who waits for the calendar's permission. Trades are his language, and right now, the language is getting louder. Analysts are starting to agree that a deal makes sense, not because the Jays are desperate, but because they're close. Close teams don't sit still, they sharpen edges. One proposed trade in particular has split the fan base clean down the middle, and even if the exact package never materializes, the names involved tell us everything about Toronto's intentions. The Cardinals, a club clearly open for business, have emerged once again as a potential dance partner. The headline pieces in the rumor are reliever Jojo Romero and outfielder Lars Nootbaar, with the idea of Toronto parting with a combination of Anthony Santander, Nathan Lukes, Bowden Francis, and a prospect like Johnny King. On paper, it's aggressive. Emotionally, it's uncomfortable. And strategically, it's fascinating. Let's be clear, this exact trade feels unlikely. Moving Santander at his lowest value, fresh off an injury-affected season, makes little sense for a team that believes in internal bounce-backs. Add Nathan Lukes and a quality prospect to that, and suddenly the cost feels heavy. But trades aren't always about the final shape. They're about the centerpiece, and in this case, that centerpiece is Jojo Romero. Romero isn't flashy, but he's viciously effective. A left-handed reliever with a 2.07 ERA last season, trusted in high-leverage moments, and comfortable when the game feels like it's about to snap. Over the last 2 years, he's piled up holds, chipped in saves, and quietly become the sort of arm contenders covet but rarely advertise. He doesn't just fill a bullpen spot, he settles nerves. And if you're enjoying this deep dive so far, take a second to like, share, and subscribe to the Blue Jays Report, because this is exactly the kind of move that could define Toronto's season. The beauty of this rumor is that it reveals a blueprint. The Blue Jays aren't hunting stars for the sake of headlines, they're hunting balance. One more late-inning weapon, one more dependable bat. Not excess, but precision. Lars Nootbaar, for all his struggles last season, still fits that mold. He plays with edge, defends well, and has shown he can be a productive everyday player when healthy. He's not the prize, but he's a useful piece if the price is right. And that's where the real debate lives. If Toronto could center a deal around Nathan Lukes and prospects rather than Santander, the conversation changes dramatically. Lukes is valuable, but replaceable, especially with the positional flexibility this roster already has. Santander, on the other hand, still carries the potential to be a 30-homer bat. Selling that now feels like betting against your own medical staff and development team. The bullpen context matters too. Jeff Hoffman, Yimi Garcia, Tyler Rogers, Eric Swanson. It's a strong group, but it's not bulletproof. One more arm like Romero transforms it from reliable into suffocating. That's the difference between holding leads and strangling games. That's October baseball thinking. Around the league, the stakes are obvious. The AL East is a knife fight. Projections are tight, margins are thin. The Yankees, Orioles, and Red Sox are all pushing. Toronto cannot afford to admire its own work. This offseason has been good, not perfect, and good teams don't stop there. There are other threads too. Former Blue Jays finding new homes, free agents coming off the board, and quiet admissions surfacing, like the revelation that Kyle Tucker genuinely wanted Toronto before the money became impossible to ignore. That stings, but it also validates the process. The offer was real, the intent was real. Sometimes the market just breaks. So here we are on the edge of another move, another twist, another night of refreshing feeds. Whether it's Romero, another bullpen arm, or a bat we haven't even connected yet, the message is clear. The Blue Jays aren't finished. Not even close. Let me know what you think. Would you make a move like this? And who would you be willing to give up? Drop your thoughts below and stay locked in with the Blue Jays Report, because if this winter has taught us anything, it's that calm never lasts long in Toronto.